Hello friends, I welcome you all to Board and Beyond. So friends, today we are starting a new chapter by name Surface Areas and Volumes, right? So before we start this chapter, right, let us briefly understand this is for approximately 5 to 6 marks, right? Okay, and the thing is that this chapter is actually calculation intensive, in the sense you will have to do a lot of calculations in this chapter, right? And so your concentration is of utmost importance here, okay? And second thing is that before we start the topic in proper, right, let us first understand the friends what is surface area and what is a volume, right? So surface area of any solid, we are talking about solids here, right? We are talking about three-dimensional figure here, okay? So surface area of any three-dimensional figure is the outermost layer, or the layer which you can feel with your hand, right, is the outer surface area, or is the surface area of the solid, right? And when the solid is hollow, then it will have two surface area. One is your outer surface area and one is your inner surface area, right? Okay. So just to make you understand, if you hang any solid with a thread and put it in a paint, okay, the layer which gets painted when you pull it up, okay, is the total surface area of the solid, right? Then comes what is the volume. So volume is basically the material content of a solid is called volume, okay? Or if the solid is hollow, then we say that the volume of the solid, that solid which is hollow, is the amount of liquid which it can hold, is also called as the volume, right? So with this understanding, let us move forward and try to find out surface areas. Friends, this chapter, surface area and volumes, I am going to break up into 4 sessions, right? First session will be you concentrated on surface areas of the solids. Second will be concentrated on volumes of the solids or combination of solids, right? And the third session will be on when a solid is actually transformed into another solid, right? Okay, so one solid is melted and then transformed into another solid. And then the fourth will be your previous 10 years question papers solved with logic, right? So this is the total agenda for this. And so today we will understand surface areas of solids and combination of solids, right friends? So let's start. So friends, we all know that first we will talk about regular figures, right? Then we will move to combination of solids, regular solids. So we know that the first regular solid that we have is a cuboid, right? So let's make a cuboid. Right? Now this is L, this is B, and this is H, correct? So I'll mark all the sides. Okay, this is B, this is B, and this also is B. This is L, and this is L. Now all sides are marked here, right friends? Now when we are talking about the surface area of this cuboid, okay, this has got two surface areas in the sense, right? I'll tell you. Of course, like when you are actually watching this video, you must be there inside a room, right, which has got 4 walls. Windows we will not consider as of now, right? So you can look around and you will have 4 walls, and that is your this. Let me say A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H, right? So the area of the four walls around you is called the lateral surface area of the cuboid, right? Okay, so that means one lateral surface is ACDA, correct? So that is L into H, correct? Plus one similar plane or the similar face is on the other side, that is again L into H. Plus this is another face, this is your another wall, right, which is B into H. Similarly, you have one on the other side also, that is equal to B into H. So sum of all this is called the lateral surface area of a cuboid, right friends? So we can write 2LH plus 2BH, right? If I take 2H common, this is L plus B. This is called lateral surface area. Lateral surface area. Generally, when we paint a house, then we paint the lateral surface area and the roof. Correct? We don't paint the floor. Correct. Now, coming on to total surface area, friends. So, what is that we left when we are finding out the lateral surface area? We have left the roof and we have left the floor. Correct. Now, let us attach. Let me write here so that you don't get confused. To LH plus LH plus BH plus BH. Correct, friends? Now we will attach the roof, that is equal to L into B, right? Plus LB. Plus we will attach the floor, that is L into B. Again LB, right? So now you can say, friends, what is common here? 2 LH plus 2 BH plus 2 LB, right? So we can write only 2 common, LB plus BH plus LH. So this is total surface area, and whenever it is area, then it will be unit square, right? We all know that. Okay, we all know this is unit square, but why is it unit square? Have you ever thought of it? Okay, let me tell you. This length into breadth, see, when I am adding L plus B, 5 centimeters plus 3 centimeters, example, it becomes 8 centimeter, it doesn't become 8 centimeter square, right? So we can write here that 2 into unit plus some unit. Let it be centimeters. So that becomes 2 units square. That is why the surface area or lateral surface area or total surface area comes in square of the units, right? So similarly here also. Now let us try to understand the volume of a cuboid. So friends, any regular figure. Okay. Now since I am talking about regular figure, let me first explain you what is a regular figure. Correct. So a regular figure is a figure which maintain its width along its height. Right? Something like this. Let's say I have a box here. Okay. This is something like this. I will call it regular because whatever width is here at the bottom, right? I am talking about this, is maintained till the top. It doesn't taper. Now, for example, what is this? This is basically a pyramid, right? Okay. Now, this we do not call it as a regular object, right? So, because the width here, you see, the width here is not the same here, it is tapering, right? So for that there is a different method, but whichever solid, okay, has got regular solid I'm talking about, which maintained its width, okay, along its height. The volume of that object or the volume of that solid is nothing but the area of the base into the height. That's it. Okay. So here area of base will be nothing but L into B, right? So area of base you can refer the original figure also, no problem. I have just reproduced. That is equal to L into B. This is area. Now when I am finding out the volume, then that is area of base into height, right? So which is equal to L into B into H, and this is the volume of this cuboid, which will come in unit cube, right? Because centimeter, multiply all the three, it becomes centimeter cube, correct? Okay, so we have understood what is a cuboid, right? Let us move forward and try to understand a special cuboid in which length is equal to breadth is equal to height, correct? Okay, which becomes cube. Let's try to understand that. That is fairly simple. Once you understand this, then you need to just replace L, B, H all by A or all by L single, then you can actually move to that one. Now let us talk about cube. Right friends, I am trying to give you the basic understanding here so that right. Now let us say here this is L, this also is L and this also is L. Length is equal to breadth is equal to height, right? So let's say A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H, right? So what happens friends, when I am talking about lateral surface area, okay, so lateral surface area will be area of one face into 4, right? That is equal to area of one face is how much? Lateral surface area will be 4 into area of one face, right friends? So that is equal to 4 into area of any one of the face is nothing but length into breadth, which is equal to L into L, which is equal to L square, right? And this will be in unit square, right? When I am trying to find the total surface area of a cube, right, this will be lateral surface area plus the roof plus the floor, right? Top and bottom, right? So 4 L square plus top is nothing but again L square, L into L, right? Bottom again L square, L into L, which is equal to 6L square, again unit square, right? Unit will be in unit square, right? Now moving on to the volume, right? So friends, do we all understand that this also is a regular figure or regular solid, right, which maintain its width across its height, correct? So the volume will be area of base into height. So area of base is nothing but L into L, which is L square, into height again is L here, which becomes L cube, and unit will be in cube, right? So this is about cube. We have understood this. Now let's move forward and try to understand a cylinder. Okay, so cuboid, special cuboid, that is cube. Okay, so just for your understanding friends, in cuboid all the surfaces individually are rectangle. In cube all the surfaces or all the faces are square. Correct? Okay. Moving on to the third one, cylinder. Okay, so we all know, friends, cylinder is something like this. I'll show my chalk paste if you can see, right? So this is cylinder is something like this. Okay, so I'll just okay, so cylinder is something like this, whereas this is called height of the cylinder, height, and top and bottom is basically circular, right? So that will have a radius, correct? So from this point, that is center of the circle, till here, it is called as radius. Right, friends? So these are the two dimensions with which we can make a cylinder. Now, as you would have previously understood, okay, so now let's focus on lateral surface area. But in cylinder, or wherever the corners are not well defined, like in cylinder, like in cone, like in sphere, like in hemisphere, okay, we call that as curved surface area. Okay, so here LSA, just for the first time I am writing, is equal to curved surface area, right? Curved surface area. Got it, friends? Okay, now this curved surface area, okay, so see, this is R, right, and top is circular. So if you want to basically start from here and then go around and come back here, okay, what is the distance that you will travel? Right? You must travel some distance. At that distance will be the perimeter of the circle, which is at the top and the bottom. Correct? Both are same thing. Okay. So since I am considering it as a regular figure, right, friends? So curved surface area, I'll write it here only, will be equal to pi r, 2 pi r. What is this? This is your perimeter of the circle into height. Got it, friends? Okay. For better understanding, you can assume this to be all lines, right? Like this. So what happens is, first you go round, next step you go round till the time you reach bottom, and that is all the surface area. Correct? So 2 pi RH, again since it is an area, okay, it will be in unit square. Right? Now let us talk about total surface area. So what we left here? We left the top and the bottom. Right? Now let us add top and the bottom to this, which would give me the total surface area of a cylinder. Right? Let's talk about total surface area. Is equal to curved surface area, that is 2 pi RH plus area of top, that is nothing but pi r square. Right? So pi r square plus area of bottom, that is again pi r square. Correct, friends? Now this can be written as 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r square. Right? I am going to add this. I have added this, right? Which is equal to, if I take 2 pi out, r also out, which is r plus, sorry, this is h plus r, and this again is in unit square. Got it? This is total surface area of a cylinder. Now coming on to the volume. As I told you friends, for a regular solid which maintain its width along its height, you can see this width is always maintained. All the lines which I have drawn are equal, right? So that means the width is maintained, right? So in that case, volume will be area of the base, which is nothing but pi r square, into height, that is h. So it is pi r square h, and which is in unit cube. You got it? So this was all about cylinder. Okay. Let's move forward to another regular figure. Right. You don't need to actually memorize all these, friends. Okay. So another figure is, let's say, cone. So friends, the cone is something like this. Okay. See. Something like this. Okay. It's okay. It has not come so correctly, but it's okay. Now, see, this is your center of the circle of the base. Okay. And this is called as R. Right, friends? And this is called the height of the cone. Right? And this L is called slant height. Now friends, this is not a regular figure, because this figure or this object or this solid is not maintaining its width along its height. Correct? Okay. So because see, the width here is this, keeps tapering, and ultimately the width becomes 0. Right? Okay. So in this case, what will be the curved surface area? We will talk about curved surface area because the corners are not well defined. Right, friends? Okay. So curved surface area will be nothing but curved surface area will be pi r l, right? Or 2 pi r l, correct? Now, how does this come? Is basically this, see, this pi into r, okay, and l. So this is the perimeter, and l is the height. Okay. So if you want to find out this, you will have to basically use the height of the cone and the radius. Correct, friends? So curved surface area is nothing but pi r l, where what is L? L is nothing but square root of h square plus r square. That means your height square plus radius square. Right? So whenever the figure is not regular, all the logics will not hold good. Right? Okay? And derivation of these things basically will be for higher classes, because you use integration and you use calculus, all that, to derive all this. Okay, let it be this or this, let it be a sphere basically, right? So curved surface area is basically something like it's when you open it up, it will be like whatever you feel like this cone. You would have seen a birthday cap, or you would have seen a funnel at your house. Okay, so that is all example of this. So this is curved surface area. Now talking about total surface area. Total surface area will be nothing but curved surface area, that is pi r l, plus area of the base, that is equal to pi r square. Right? Now whatever common you can take, we will take here pi r. So this is L plus R, and this will be unit square. Again this will be unit square, since this all are areas, right? Okay. Now coming on to volume. So friends, volume of a cone is 1/3 the volume of a cylinder of the same height. Okay. So what is the volume of the cylinder? Pi r square into h. Okay. So the volume of the cone will be 1/3 pi r square into h. Correct. So 1/3 pi r square h. Right. So this is volume of the cone. Now we will, since this is not a regular figure, we cannot do area of the base into height. We cannot do that. Please don't do that. Okay. Now after cone, let us come to sphere. These are the two things which basically you need to remember it. Okay. So this is a sphere. So sphere is something like this, friends. Okay. You will have to imagine here that this is a three-dimensional figure, because I will not be able to make a three-dimensional figure. Neither I have anything around here which I can show it to you. Okay. So you will have to imagine that this is a ball. Let's say cricket ball, football, whatever, which is circular in shape and which has got third dimension as well. Right. So here only one dimension which can be given to you is nothing but r. That's it. Other than that, there is no well-defined corners, so we cannot give you length, breadth or height. Okay. So again, curved surface area is equal to total surface area in this case is equal to 4 r square. I think I'm right. Sorry. Whenever circle is coming, we cannot omit pi. They go hand in hand. 4 pi r square. So lateral surface area or curved surface area and the total surface area both are same here. That is 4 pi r square. Correct. Then comes to volume. Volume is equal to 4/3 pi r cube. Right. So a derivation of these two things we will not consider it here. Right. It is for higher classes. So we are not going to consider it at this point of time. Okay. Then hemisphere will be half of that, friends. So which I will not take. I will straight away move on to the problems because this is already 28 minutes over. Okay. I will just read out the problem. A cubical block of side 7 cm, okay, is surmounted by a hemisphere. What is the greatest diameter that the hemisphere can have? Find the surface area of the solid. Okay. So let me draw a cube first. Now there is a hemisphere mounted on this, right? So let's mount. I have mounted a hemisphere on this. Along its width, correct? Like this, length. So they are asking what is the greatest diameter of the hemisphere that can have, and block of side 7. So 7, 7 and 7. So friends, it is quite evident that this length can be maximum 7. So max dia can be 7. If you take anything more than this, the cube will actually come out. Sorry, the sphere will actually come out of the cube, right? So max dia is 7, and they are asking to find the surface area of the solid, right? So friends, for this, what we will do is that surface area of this solid will be total surface area of the cube I'll write combination of solid. I'll just say solid is equal to surface area, that is PSA of cube. Now what has happened, friend? When I have considered total surface area of the cube, okay, let's call this, okay, and this will be your height, okay, radius, sorry. So when we have considered the total surface area of the cube, I have actually considered the top portion also. But top portion, let me just try to reproduce here for your better understanding. Top portion is nothing but a square of 7 and 7, correct? Top view, I am talking about top view. You have to view it from here, right? And in this there is a circle which is fitted like this, correct? This is what you are going to see when you view it from the top, right? So now I need to find out this total surface area has covered this completely. So this area is actually required to be found out. So how do we find it out, friends? So this surface area of this minus this circle, area of the circle, correct? No? So that will be total surface area plus, let us find this minus total surface area minus minus I'll write it in bracket, 7 into 7, that is 49. Sorry. So 7 into 7 is 49 minus what? Area of this circle, that will be, if this is 7, so dia is 7 by 2. Right, friends? So pi into r square, that is 7 by 2 square. Now what I have got? I have got this area which is actually dotted. Right? You understood? Friends, one more thing. Now this is circle here, but in actual practice this is not circle. This is basically a hemisphere, correct? No? Okay. So that will have a curved surface area, right? So curved surface area of a hemisphere is half of that of, so hemisphere is 2 pi r square, right? R again is 7 by 2 here. Did you all understand this statement? Okay, because this is important. Once you make this statement, then the things are easy, right? Okay, so this becomes how much, my friends? 49. Total surface area of cube is 6 L square, 6 into 49, right? Minus, let's try to handle this, 49, or shall I open the bracket? That will help me. Yes, I'll open the bracket. So this becomes 6 into 49 minus 49 plus pi into 49 by 4. I have squared it, plus 2 into, let pi be in the form of pi only. Let's not open it up. Let's not expand it. Pi, this is 49 by 4. Right, friends? So what we will do is that whatever we can take common here, friends. I think 49 we can take common, right? Correct? So yes. This leaves me with 6 minus 1 plus pi by 4, correct? No? Plus 2 pi by 4. correct? So this is 49 and this becomes 5, right? So total surface area plus the area of this dotted things, friends, I'm so sorry. See, the statement here is wrong. Why it is wrong? See, when I'm taking total surface area, I have already included all the 6 sides, right? So I cannot subtract this. Okay, so I will have to basically subtract this in total surface area, right? So I'll have to subtract the area of the circle, that is pi r square, not 49 minus pi r square. Okay, so let me just rephrase that. I'm so sorry, I wasted your 2 to 3 minutes of time, right? Okay, so total surface area of cube, okay, minus this circle, that is pi r square, pi into r square, that is equal to 7 by 2 square. Okay, now this thing has come, and then on top of this we will add the hemisphere, that is 2 pi r square. This is correct, right? So 6 into 49, 6l square minus pi into 49 by 4 minus 2 pi into 49 by 4. Correct, friends? Now we will take 49 common. This comes 6 minus pi by 4 minus 2 pi by 4. Right? Which is also equal to 49. 4 as LCM. 24 minus pi minus 2 pi. Correct? Plus 2 pi. Right? Which is equal to, we can write 49 by 4 in bracket, it becomes pi plus 24. You can leave it here, or you can basically substitute the value of pi as 3.14 and we can actually solve it. Right, friends? So for the time being, I'll leave it here. Right? This will be unit. Please don't forget to write unit, 7 centimeters. So this will be centimeter square. Correct? Okay. Now let's move on to friends. Please be very careful while writing this statement here. Okay, I made a small mistake that would have actually got me the wrong answer. Okay. Now let us move on to the next one. A hemisphere depression is cut out from one face of a cubical wooden block such that the diameter of the hemisphere is equal to the edge of the cube. Okay. Determine the surface area of the remaining solid. So hemispherical depression is cut out from one face of a cubical wooden block. So let's first make a cubical wooden block. Now I need to basically cut out a hemispherical depression, right? So, and what they are saying is that the width and the height, cut out from a cubical wooden block such that the diameter of L of the hemisphere is equal to the edge of the cube. So dia is edge of the cube. So that means this will be cut out something like this, and I hope you are getting this figure, friends. So what I am going to do is that I'll basically rub off certain things from here so that it will give you a little better clarity in terms what is it looking like. Now you are getting what has happened. These things I have removed. I have removed this much from the cube. Side is L, L and L, and this dia is also L. From here to here it will be L by 2. Right? We are expected to find the surface area of the remaining solid. Right, friends? So now, friends, what we will do is that we will find the total surface area of this cube. Okay, so surface area of remaining solid. Will be equal to TSA of cube. I have found the total surface area. Again, friends, I am drawing the top view separately here for your understanding. In this case also, top view is something like this one. It has been cut. Okay. So this is L, and this dia is L. Right? Okay. So let me try to draw it neatly, but it's okay. So total surface area of the cube, right? In this, what I am going to do is that I am going to subtract this circle minus pi r square. I am talking about this. Okay, this circle. There is only one circle here. Then I am going to add, because this will increase the surface area. It has become curved like this. You are able to imagine it? It has become a curved like a ball, right? So I am going to add the curved surface area, okay, for a hemisphere, that is equal to 2 pi r square. Correct? So this is the total statement for me. So total surface area of the cube is nothing but 6L square in this case, friends. Correct? 6 into side square, okay, minus pi r square plus 2 pi r square. So this is nothing but 6L square plus pi r one second. Okay, let it be r square, pi r square, right, friends? Now this can be written as 6L square plus 2 pi into what is r? R is nothing but L by 2. See here. So this square becomes L by 2 whole square, right? Which is nothing but 6L square plus pi L square by 4. Correct, friends? Right? So now we can take 4 as an LCM. I'll solve it here. So this becomes 24 L square plus pi L square, whole thing divided by 4. If I take L square by 4 as outside, so L square by 4, which will leave me with 24 plus pi. Right? So you can leave it here, or if you want to solve, you can replace the value of pi here, that is 3.14, and basically solve it further. Right, friends? So this is the total surface area. So since it is in surface area, L was in diameter, L of the hemisphere, it is not given. So let us say centimeter. So centimeter square. Right, friends? Okay. Let's move on to the next one. What does it say? A medicine capsule is in the shape of a cylinder with two hemispheres stuck to each of its end. Figure. The length of the entire capsule is 14 centimeter. Okay, let's make the capsule. It is 14 mm. I hope it has become too big, but okay, no problem. It is something like this, right, friends? The capsule is something like this. Okay, and what is the entire length? Entire length is 14 mm, right? That means from here to here it is 14 mm, right? And what is this given? Dia of the capsule is 5 mm. So 5 mm. So once it is 5, so this also becomes 5, right? So this becomes 2.5, and this becomes 2.5. So I am talking about 2.5 mm, talking about this radius, right? So similarly here also. Right? So what are they asking me to find? Find the surface area. Okay. So friends, I have got this. I have got the radius also here. Radius is 2.5. So yes, the total surface area will be yes, one thing important, because see, this is getting stuck here, so we will not find the total surface area of the cylinder here. We will find only the curved surface area of the cylinder, because these two faces are not getting exposed, right? Okay, so just the previous concept, friend. If you dip this in the paint, okay, your this portion and this portion will not get painted because it is getting covered. So only whatever is getting covered, whatever is getting painted is the total surface area, right? You have to imagine that way. So total surface area will be CSA, curved surface area of cylinder, plus either you take curved or total. For sphere it is same. So total surface area of sphere. Why am I considering a sphere? Because these are two hemisphere. So let us say you shrink it here, and then that becomes like this. Correct? So this is one sphere. So total surface area of the sphere or curved surface area of the sphere, both are same thing. So curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h. Correct? So 2 into pi into r is nothing but 2.5 into h is nothing but, see, 2.5 gone from here, 2.5 gone from here. This remaining length is 9, right? 9 mm. You are getting, my friend? So into 9 plus total surface area of sphere, nothing but 4 pi r square. So 4 into pi into 2.5. Correct? Right? So whatever we can take common, we will actually move out. Okay? So see, pi definitely we can move out of this. 2.5 also we can move out from this, right? So remaining is 2 and 9, that is equal to 18. Oh, we could have moved 2 also, no problem, it's okay. Plus pi we have moved out, 2.5 we have moved out, okay. So 4 we have not. So 4 into 2.5 is nothing but 10. You are getting, my friends? 2.5 into 4 is 10. So that is equal to 2.5 pi into 28. Right? So now 2.5 into 28 we need to do. Okay. So we will replace pi. It will help us. 2.5 into pi is nothing but 22 by 7 into 28. So 4. Now 2.5 into 4 is how much, friends? 2.5 into 4 is 10. 10 into 22, which is equal to 220. Since this is in mm, so mm square. Got it, my friends? Yeah. So this was your capsule problem, medicinal problem. Okay. Moving on to the next one. So next one, what does it say? A tent is in the shape of a cylinder surmounted by a conical top. If the height and diameter of the cylindrical part are 2.1 and 4, height is 2.1 and dia is 4. Okay. So let's okay. So this is how much? This is 4. Okay, and height is 2.1. 2.1, all dimensions in meters. Right, friends? Now, it is something like this. It's a tent, right? Now, yeah, what is? Slant height of the top is 2.8 meters. This is the slant height, right? So since this is 4, this will be 2 meters, right, friends? Now what else is required? Okay, so they are asking to find the area of the canvas used for making the tent. Okay, and they are categorically saying that the base will not tent will not be used to make the base of the tent, right? Sorry, canvas will not be used to make the base of the tent, right? So now what I have to do is that basically I have to find out the curved surface area for this cylinder. Okay, so if you want to visualize it in 3-dimensional figure, it is something like this. It is something like this, right, friends? Okay. So curves the tent area of the tent used, area of the canvas used, right? Will be curved surface area of this tent, right? CSA of cylinder plus CSA of cone, right, friends? So only these things. I'll use the tent for making a round, and I'll use the tent for making this curve, that is your cone, right? Okay. So CSA of cylinder, we all know that how much? This is 2 pi RH, correct? They are not making the roof, right? Diameter and landed, find the area of the canvas used for making the tent. Yeah, they are not. So this is 2 into pi into R. R is nothing but 2 into H. H is nothing but 2.1. 2 pi RH. Okay. Plus this is pi RL. So pi into radius again is 2 into L is nothing but 2.8. Right. So we need to solve this. That's it. What else we can do? No problem. 2 2s are 4 into 2.1 is 8.4. 8.4 pi plus 5.6 pi, right, which is equal to 0, 14 pi 14.0 pi, right, which is equal to, we can say pi is 22 by 7, so that will help us. 22 by 7, 7 2, so this is 44. What is this? Meter square. Right friends, so this will be the area of the tent used, correct. Now we need to find the price at a rate of 500 rupees per meter square. So the total price will be 44 into 500, right, rupees. I hope you have no confusion here. This is the area of the tent that I require, and the price is 500 rupees per meter square, right? So this becomes 200 rupees. Got it? So this was the problem. Let's move on to the next problem, friends. Correct? From a solid cylinder whose height is 2.4 centimeter, right? Okay. So from a solid cylinder, so let's make a cylinder first. Right friends, so this is the cylinder, right, solid cylinder, which height is 2.4 centimeter. This height is 2.4 centimeter and diameter is 1.4 centimeter, that means from here to here it is 1.4 centimeters, right? And it is said that a conical cavity of the same height and same dia, okay, is hollowed out. Okay, so what do we do is, let's take the center point here. I join this like this. So friends, whatever material is here, that has been taken out, this has been taken out, right? So the remaining portion is this, what you are able to see here. These are the portion which is remaining with us, right? Rest of the things has been taken out, correct friends? Now we are expected to find the total surface area of the remaining solid. Okay friends, so just see here, the total surface area will be what? Total surface area will be area of the base plus curved surface area of the cylinder, okay, plus this area, that is curved surface area of the cone, right? So let us write it here. Total surface area will be equal to curved surface area of cone plus surface area of the base plus curved surface area of the cone, cylinder, CSA of cylinder. Right friends? Okay. Now see, curved surface area of the cone is nothing but pi into R into L. Right friends? We all know that. Surface area of the base is nothing but pi R square, because it is a circle, right? Plus CSA of the cylinder. How much is the CSA of cylinder? 2 pi RH. Correct? Curved surface area. Now friends, L is coming here, so we need to first find L, right? So to find L, see, we know the height is 2.4, okay, and we know this also. This will be how much friends? Half of 1.4, that is equal to 0.7 centimeter, right? So this height find this L. Height is also given 2.4. I need to find this L, this distance L, right? So we all know, friends, L will be equal to how much? Square root of x square plus r square, right? Okay. So x square will be how much? 2.4 square. 2.4 square plus height square is nothing but 0.7 square, right? Under a square root, right? So 2.4 square, so 2, 4, 2, 4, 16, 1. One here, 16, 6, 1, 4, 6, 7, 5, 576. So 5.76 plus 0.49, right, friends? Which is also equal to 5. Oh, good. This is 6.25. So basically it is 25 square, friends, right? So which is equal to 2.5 centimeters. So your slant height L is equal to 2.5. This is equal to 2.5 centimeters. Right? Now we know everything here. Let's replace it. So let pi be there. Radius is let r be also be there, because r is everywhere and r is common also. Okay. And L is nothing but 2.5. Let's replace it with 2.5 plus pi be there, r square be there, plus 2 pi r h. H, let it be there. Now what all we can actually remove here, friends? I can remove, I think, pi and r, both the things, correct? So let's do that. This can also be written as pi and r. I'll take common, so this becomes 2.5 plus here one r will be left, right? And here what will be left? Pi and r I have taken, so 2h will be left. 2 into height will be left, right? So this can also be written as pi r. So 2.5 plus radius is how much, friends? 0.7 plus 2h. What is h? H is 2.4. So 2 into 2.4 will be how much? 4.8. Correct? Hope this has got covered. Yeah, okay, good. Right. So we are left with this. Right, friends? Let's do it. Let's add it here. Which is equal to pi into r and right, it is 8. So now what we will do is that we will replace pi and r and 8 and then try to find the answer. Pi is nothing but 22/7. We will take 22/7 into radius is nothing but again 0.7 into 8. Right, friends? So with this we will try to solve it. So this becomes how much, friends? This becomes 0.1. Right? Okay. So that is equal to 22 into 0.1 is nothing but 2.2 into 8. Okay. So that is equal to 17.6 centimeter square. Right, friends? Okay. So assuming pi is equal to 22/7, we get the value of 17.6 centimeter square. Right? Probably if you assume the value of pi as 3.14, you will get slightly, there will be a slight variation in this. So, but that's not a problem, right? So, okay. So, this is, answer is 17.6 centimeter square, right, friends? Okay. Okay. a wooden article was made by scooping out a hemisphere from each of the solid cylinder, from each end of the solid cylinder. Okay, so something like this. So right, okay, so this has been removed and this has been removed, right friends. So now a wooden article, okay, is made by scooping out this thing. Now height of the cylinder is 10 centimeter. Right, and base radius is 3.5. Find the total surface area of the article. So what we can do friends here is that we will find the curved surface area of the cylinder and then add the surface area of a sphere, right? Because this is both hemisphere, right? So area of article is equal to curved surface area of cylinder, right, plus total surface area of, or curved surface area or total surface area of sphere, right. So curved surface area of cylinder is 2 pi r into h, that is 2 into pi into r is nothing but 3.5 into h is nothing but 10, right, plus 4 into pi into r square is nothing but 3.5. So I will represent 3.5 as 7 by 2 for our understanding. 7.2 into 7.2. I have done the square, 4 pi r square, right. So I'll write this as 20 pi into 7 by 2 plus 4 pi into 49 by 4. Let's cut whatever is possible. 10. So this is equal to 70 pi, 10 into 7 plus 49 pi. So which is equal to 9 and 11 into 22 by 7, right. So I think it will cut, yes, 7, 1 ja 7, 4, 7, 22, so which is also equal to 34 into 11, which is also equal to 4 plus 3, 7, 374 centimeter square. Correct. It was in centimeter only. Yes, centimeter square. 374 centimeter square. So friends, with this, the surface area problems, okay, of surface area and volume chapters has been completed here. Okay. So next session we will talk about volume of combination of solids, and after that we will move on to melting a solid and reshaping it into a different solid, right friends. So with this I close the session here. So we'll meet up in the next session. So till the time we meet up next, be happy, be safe, keep learning with us, keep enjoying with us. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you. God bless you all. Bye.